What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It is How, and today we're going to take a look at FFBE Equip, created by Liger, an excellent guy. Got to meet him over at FanFesta, and this site has revolutionized the way many people, including myself, have played the game, approached the game, keep track of your units, keep track of your esper builds, all of that fun stuff. So like I just said, this website's more than just a builder. It does have the unit builder, as you can see up in the top left-hand corner. It's got the unit search. You can search for units of maybe different things that you want to have access to. It's got an inventory system, which we'll touch on last. This will keep track of your weapons. It's absolutely fantastic. Your units, your espers. So to use the My Units, My Espers in my inventory, you have to log in. But outside of that, if you want to use the builder, you can go ahead and just use the builder. Select builder right here. And what you'll be able to do is go ahead and click on a unit of your choice. Let's do like Adam Jensen, man. Adam Jensen, he's coming in here. And so once you select a unit, you'll see Adam's over here, and it's got his character stats in the top right-hand corner, his HP, attack, and stuff with his passives and whatnot already accounted for. You can see what sort of weapons he can equip, his attack, and after pots, you could, if you don't have pots on your Adam, maybe you only had like 55 attack pots out of 65, you can change that number there. If you try to go over the cap, I think it actually would just cap it off for you there at 65. Well done, well done. And then the 0% here, these are where you can apply buffs. So maybe if you're looking for how much damage you'll do with certain skills down the road, you can go ahead, and this is where you'll put in those buffs, maybe like a 110% attack buff or something. You go ahead and put those in right there. On top of that, this is the elemental attack portion of the thing. So if you know you're going to be using a fire elemental attack or thunder elemental attack or something like that, that can be applied as an imbue. If you don't have like an elemental weapon, but you know you're going to have an element for something else, that's where you can apply those right there. And scrolling down, we'll skip over this part for a second. This is the monster that you're facing. So the base monster is 100 defense, 100 spirit target. This can be changed at will. Like if you want to go ahead and try to plan a build for a specific fight you're going up against, maybe it's going to be like a 3,000 defense enemy or something like that. So maybe we'll just say it's going to be a 300 defense enemy. And if you know you're going to bring a break into your fight, you want to see how much damage you'll be able to do per turn. The box next to it is actually the defense break. So if you know you're going up against a 300 defense enemy and you know that you're going to have like a 70% break or 65% break or whatever amount of break on your team, you can go ahead and plug that in there. It won't change this number, but when it calculates the damage you'll do, it'll take into the account that you'll have a 65% break and do all that math for you behind the scenes. You don't have to worry about it, just forget about it right there. And then on top of that, you can select what kind of monster enemy type the monster is going to be, so you can make it like as many as you want, you know, because lots of monsters in the end game are different types. A lot of them though will just be one, and this will help you get a better build for a specific encounter, right? You want to be equipping, you know, your man eater when you're fighting humans, your dragon killer when you're fighting dragons. And then this one down here, if you want to find the specific build and you want to not even think about it, you can plug in all this information as well. This is the elemental resistances. So this is, if you hover over it, it says fire base resistance, and this says fire and peril. So the left box is going to be their resistance to it, and the right box is going to be their weakness to it. So, you know, maybe there's a boss that's 100% weak to lightning, but 50% strong to earth, water, wind, whatever you have. You can go ahead and plug all those values in there for yourselves as well. And all this information will help the builder know what sort of exact build that you need to have access to do the most damage. Now, on top of that, there is this little build rules thing that we skipped over before. You can click this if you want to force a double hand build. You can click this if you want to force a dual wield build. Try allow use of type items as like equip bow, equip long sword, equip great sword, equip all of those things. Usually these are all set to default or off. The new JP damage formula, just ignore that for right now. You can plan ahead for that. We don't know if we're going to get that or when we're going to get that, but you can apply that for certain fights or take it off for certain fights. And then damage variance average, you just leave that average because it'll show you all three anyway over here in the right hand side. Now highlighted, left is minimum, left is minimum, the middle one is average, and the right one is maximum, guys. So I just leave that on average for you there anyway. So on top of that, the build button is the build. So once you apply all your rules down here, you can hit build and it'll give you a build. There is also one other subset of rules you can do right here. You can exclude event items if you are that kind of person. Premium items, that'll exclude like items that only came from a bundle. There's only like a handful of those. Most of those don't show up in builds anyways. You can exclude TMRs of all 5-star bases. exclude super TMRs or exclude not released yet equipments. This is like JP equipment. I don't think all of them are added into the game. You can uncheck this and you can start adding in JP equipment to your builds, but like I said, I don't think all of them are added into the game. And you can also ban specific items. Okay, so you can go ahead here, if I don't want to be, oh, you know what, Bowie knife, I don't own any Bowie knife somehow, you can click on that, banned. See that right there above my head? Excluded. All right, banned. And then you can go back in here and you can unban things. Dominion ring or ring of Dominion's already automatically banned on average. So when you have all of those things set up and you're ready to roll, you can click build, and based on the things you've banned or the things you've excluded and the things you're fighting and the different elements, it'll come up with a build for you. So let's fight a dragon that's weak to lightning, I don't know, by 50%, 500%, 50%. He's also weak to earth by 50%, and he's resistant to wind by 500%. And we'll make ourselves automatically use a lightning imbue for some reason. We'll just add that in there. We have our defense, we have our break, we have our buff. Let's give ourselves 150% attack buff, and we won't force double hand or dual wield, and we'll click build here and we'll see exactly what we get. And now keep in mind, the more information you give the builder, the more specific you are for the encounter you want, and the more open-ended you leave the items, the longer it's going to take the builder to generate the thing you want. So since it was trying to generate something with all of these elemental resistances with a dragon type, and we didn't say you're going to use these specific items, it had to run all of this stuff, and it took a decent amount of time. Now, if we went in here and we locked some items, oh, we banned that item. Let's say we banned that item too. So let's say that we're guaranteed, we know exactly what we're going to use, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to make them use a boomerang, right? We're going to make them use boomerang, and we're going to make them use the assassin's dagger. Why? Because we're weird like that. We'll get item world buff right there, the little guy, the little dwarf man. That's how you apply your item world buffs to the builder. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that, and then we'll click build again, and it should take us not nearly as long this time with the dragon there. We'll ban Olive's journal, and then we'll go ahead, we'll click build, and it shouldn't take nearly as long this time because it already knew exactly what weapons that we were working with. Those are the weapons that we have. So it's going to give us this build, and it's going to say these are the items that you need to use when you're using boomerang and assassin's dagger in a fight with a 300 defense monster with a 65% break. That's 500% resistant to fire, 75% resist or weak to lightning, 500% resistant to water, 50% weak to wind, and 500% resistant to earth when you have 150% attack buff and you have a lightning imbue and you're fighting a dragon. So this is the kind of build that's going to give us. Now you might say, I don't have any of that stuff. What do I do here? How do I avoid having to ban stuff all the time? Because you could do that. You go, I don't have those, ban that, ban that, ban that, ban that, ban that. All right, and click build again. It'll give you the second best option for all of those places. And you could sit here and continuously ban stuff every time you wanted to do a fight to get the perfect build. Now, what you could do instead of that is you can go ahead and you can log in. So I'm going to log in. I'm going to show you the excellent parts of the builder with the inventory, my units, and my espers, guys. So it's very simple to log into the site, guys. You just need a Google account, and all it does there is it accesses your Google account and writes the folder of the information that you're going to put in on this website into a folder on your Google account so it can access it, and it stores it there instead of storing it on the site itself. Super easy to do there. And so what you can do here, once you're logged in, you can see in several places there's my inventory, my units, my espers. You can also go over here. It says inventory loaded. I have not added any units to the game, and I've only added 151 items, guys. I've been a slacker, I won't lie. But what you can do, super awesome, you can go to my units. You click on my units, and please wait for your units to load, and you'll be brought and met with this page here. Super awesome, easy way to keep track of the units you have, how many you have, and stuff like that, in case there's ever a discrepancy with your account, something maybe drastic happens on the servers, who knows. A duped unit, a lost unit, something crazy like that. Or you can just have them all in one place, easy to look and select, and you can go ahead and see which units you have and which units you're missing if you're a collector. A bunch of different reasons to have this set up like this. So you can go ahead, and it's brought and divided into 5-star bases, 4-star bases, 3s, 2s, all this other fun stuff. So like you can jump around, and you can add like a Vagrant Night Rain here. You have 1, 2, 3 Vagrant Night Rains on this account. Not really, but hey, you know what? You can go ahead and add as many Vagrant Night Rains as you want. This part isn't super necessary, but it does keep track of like the units you have, and also you can sort by their TMR names. So you can go ahead and be like, oh, where's where's that one TMR from? What's Buster Style from? You can go down here. You can Buster Style right here. Our boy Cloud. Boom, got that guy. He's ready to roll. That's his TMR Buster Style 5-star base. And I think you can even click on this little button here, and it brings you to the wiki page of Buster Style. And on top of that, if you have it sorted by just normal units, the same little button there, if you can see it, it's kind of like a little pop-out button. That'll take you over to the wiki page for the global version of 8.2 in case you don't know exactly what those units do. Or, yeah, in case you don't know what the units do. So you can also go to My Espers, and I do Esper builds on this site as well. This will allow you to go ahead and edit an Esper and save it. That way, when you go and do a build, it'll have that specific Esper saved. If you don't have a specific Esper saved on FFBE Equip, it'll use like a base build for all of the Espers. Not everyone builds their Espers the same way. So if you are going through a build with the unit builder, as you can see at the bottom, once you pick a unit like we did before, you have all the nice little right hand, left hand, blah, blah, blah. But the bottom thing is Esper. If you are logged in, it'll tell you where to get them and their weaknesses and resistances, and you can pick an Esper and bada bing, bada boom. But if you're logged in, not only can you select an Esper, because you can always select an Esper, but if you're logged in, you can actually change the build of that Esper, and it changes it forever. So I don't own any Espers yet. That's because I didn't add any to this account yet. So let's go ahead. We can add, boom, rarity, not owned. I own a 3-star Efreet, and I can go in here and I can just add up whatever I want for this Esper. This isn't my Esper build, but right here, boom, bada bing, bop, poop, pop, bam. We are way over the Esper SP cap. We got 2,315. But you can go in here, you can edit your Esper. All right, and then my favorite thing is my inventory. This is my favorite thing so far. I've been working on adding all of my stuff here. Right now you have to add this manually, but my goodness gracious, does it not make it easy for you to build your units for different fights in FFBE Equip. So instead of having you sit there banning things left and right every time you go to the site, I don't have Toy Soldier's uniform, I don't have this Super Teamar, because you don't want to ban all the Super Teamars. You might have one Super Teamar somewhere, and if you ban all of them, you're going to ban the one that you also have. So what you can do here is you can go in here and you can just edit the names of all of the weapons you have. This is sorted by daggers and then swords, great swords. You can just scroll down for days and days and days and find what you have and add them up. And that's not all. So, I have an Assassin's Dagger, great. But as you see, Bowie Knife here has 4 next to it. This means I have 4 Bowie Knives on this account right here in the FFBE Equip database. So what you can do here, though, is you can see the nice little dwarf man, the item world guy, aka Steel Castle Mafikia. You can click on him, and what happens is super awesome. This is the best part, right? So you can actually save different weapons with different item world buffs, right? So you can see I have 3 normal Bowie Knives now out of the 4 total, and one of them has item world on it with 100% high tide, HP, and spirit. So I can go over here to the 3 and click on the nice little dwarf guy, and I can make another one. This one has 150 here and some attack. Maybe I have an attack, 100% high tide Bowie dagger, and it'll save them individually. So now I have 2 normal daggers left over and 2 different buffed up item world daggers, and you can click back, and you can do this for all the different weapons, armors in the game. That'll let you know exactly what you have access to when you go to make a build. So now let's just go ahead, and I don't think anything's added here, but you're able to go ahead and see what you do and what you do not have. And on the left hand side, you can see how many total daggers are on this account out of the different amount of daggers in the game. So I have 5 out of 42 daggers, and it doesn't work only for equipment. You can also do materia as well. So you can go in here, and this is for every materia. This isn't just TMRs, Super TMRs, every single thing in the game. Super awesome that way. And then inventory tools, if you want to, you can go ahead and add everything. If you're not really a fan of adding everything, you can add everything and then remove stuff. Or you can remove everything if you messed up, you click the wrong button somewhere, and then start adding from scratch again. And then you can also click on this button right here, the little event board that shows new equipment and weapons and stuff by the events that they were added from recent to the furthest date away. So as you can see, January 4th, we got the Heartless Dark Side event, which gave us access to Oblivion. So you can go in here, you can add that. If you got a Cloud or a Soar, you can go ahead and add their TMR. And this makes it very easy to keep up on the organization of your equipment this way. You can do everything from right here. You can add the Kingdom Key. You can immediately go in here, add your Item World buffs if you ran it through Item World, and then click on Back to List, and then click on this button as well one more time. And you can just scroll down, get caught up on some of the things that you added to your account on FFBE and things that you wanted to re-add to your account on FFBE Equip, and just keep going down. You keep loading more, catch up as much as you want. This is super awesome. I love this page right here. It'll make it super easy for you to go ahead and keep up with your organization, right? The more you keep up with something, the easier it is overall. And then why do you want to add all these items to your inventory spot? It makes it so building your units for different encounters is as painless as possible. So what you do here now is, since you have, in theory, I have 155 items. I don't have everything listed on my account. But out of those 155 items I have on my account, I want to make a 2B. I want to go against a boss that has 200 defense now, 255, we'll say, with a 65 defense break. It's weak by 100% to lightning, and it's strong to most other things except for fire. The fire and peril, it's weak to fire by 250, and resistance to everything else by like 100, we'll say, right? We'll just do this, and we'll make ourselves lightning imbue. And then out of the gear that I have on the account, we'll click build here, guys, and we'll see what it gives us. Oh, we'll make it a plant too. We'll make it a plant. We'll click on build, and out of the things that I have access to on this account, as far as FFBE knows, this is what it's going to give me. Mathematically, my best build out of the stuff that I have, right? None of it has Item World buffs or anything like that, as far as the builder knows, because I didn't put it in there. It's going to give me Don Dalga, an Ion Arm, Prish Hairpin, Crimson Slayer, 2 Champions Belt, Martial Arts Mastery, Large Sword Mastery, Adventure 5, and Proud Fencer, as well as a Free. So super interesting. I already have a Lightning Imbue, but because the boss is so weak to fire, it's going to give me a fire weapon anyway. And this is my best build for this fight, because apparently I don't own Beast Killer on this account or anything of that nature, guys. So very interesting, and it took no seconds to make that build happen, right? And this makes it very painless for you guys who are like, how do I build, Ferrivia? How do I build XYZ unit? How do I do this and that and that? And most of the times it's super situational, A lot of the generalization that I make is you want to keep at least one slot open for a killer if you have access to a killer, etc., etc. So like we can go in here, we can add Beast Killer real quick. Let's go to my inventory. We'll just go at it and be like, oh, you know what? Beast Killer didn't show up. I wonder why. Do I have Beast Killer? We'll type in Beast, hit enter. Beast Killer. Oh, it's not on my account. +1 Beast Killer. All right, let's go back to the unit builder. Save the changes. Yes, please save these changes. Loading inventory, data saved. All right, unit builder. Go back here. Go back to 2B. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll put in that stuff again. 250%. Oh, that's resistance. We don't want that. 0 here. The strengths won't really count that much for anything, and we'll make it, I don't know, 365 again, or was it 200? That also is irrelevant. But hey, it's whatever. We're just looking to see if it add Beast Killer now against this beast. Boom. 250% fire and peril, 100 or 50% lightning peril with lightning imbue. Bop. Look at that. Now it knows we have the Beast Killer. Now it knows we have the Demon Horn. It's going to go Dan Dalga Virtuous Contract this time with Proud Fencer, Sworn 6 Pride Dark, Beast Killer, Lower Sword Mastery, Prish Hairpin, Ring of Lucia, and a Demon Male, and a Free. So having that Beast Killer changed everything by quite a bit this time, and now we're going to have an even stronger build than before with the Contract Dan Dalga Beast Killer, a Free for the Beast Killer Plus. I don't even know if our Free has Beast Killer Plus. Oh, we do. We picked it up. Whew. Good on us. Good on us. Ring of Lucia, all that fun stuff. So I just wanted to get this there. I wanted to get you the bare bones basics. You can also save your teams. If you want to have like an A team, you can go in here and save it. You know, I'm not going to save my 2B with random stuff on it right now, but you can go in here and save your teams as well. Hope this helps you out as far as understanding FFB Equip, how to use it if you don't want to link an account, the benefits of linking an account. I honestly just started linking my account and putting everything into it a couple days ago. So I can understand if you haven't linked it yet. Hopefully one day we'll get the chance to export our data right from FFB to FFB Equip, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. I know Learguard's really pushing for that to happen because it would make it a lot easier for us to get your stuff in there. But once you do it, the power at your fingertips, ooh, you know. So all in all, hopefully you guys got the gist of FFB Equip. I wanted to get this out there for you guys because it allows you to answer a lot of the questions that you'll have, you know, every time a new fight comes out. How should I build for this fight? How should I build for that fight? Is this really an upgrade for me? Is it really not an upgrade for me? That's the other thing you can do with FFB Equip, is go in and look for things that'll actually give you a damage upgrade. Like, how strong is that TMR, you know, from the new unit? How strong is that super TMR from the new unit? Is it going to be strong for me personally? So go in there, mess around with the builder. Definitely learn how to use it. It's not super hard to learn how to use. I think you caught the most of the basics from this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you want to see more stuff like this, you know where the sub button's at, previous content playlist section, and then we'll be live on twitch.tv tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hanging out, having fun, and I'll see you there or in the next one. Take care, guys.